So hi guys and welcome back to My Team Career Mode 2.0 in the penultimate round of Season 1. Obviously there is an amazing fight brewing between Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri and Charles Leclerc. Obviously Oscar Piastri is 15 points behind, but there is only a 2-point difference between Charles Leclerc and Lando Norris. So research expansion arrow for us has come in and we have some upgrades to do. Let's see what we can do. Obviously the supplier upgrades have come in. That is honestly really big because it is for the powertrain and we have to do something. Obviously I tried to see where are the upgrades, and this is the thing guys, the regulation change has been announced, and let's see, the whole chassis and powertrain as in real life has been changed. So what should we do about the upgrades which we are already in the pipeline? I honestly do not know, but I guess guys we can do something about it afterwards. So first of all, let's just buy these and develop these upgrades so that we can use them afterwards. Obviously now we have to worry about everything else, but first of all let's just go in the engineering department where we are going to buy something different guys. Obviously real world application group, this is going to give us much more workforce, and that will obviously in tandem help us something else. And we have sponsor bonus for us, obviously performance bonus, and obviously guys we are going to accept any kind of bonus from us. So we have skipped some more time and we have some upgrades that have come in. Let's just give one of them to Crawford so that both the drivers will have 22 upgrades. And now we have two upgrades that we can do, obviously front gun flap and a rear wing upper flap. So the front wing is a major upgrade and the rear wing is a minor one. So we have only 290k left, so that's why I went and did a chassis upgrade, and that will be the last one to do. Obviously now we cannot adapt any part though, so we are going to wait till we get more money. So let's see, in the title sponsor performance bonus and we gain 250. That is good guys. Sponsor, resource points is what we got, and we have VCARB have counter our negotiation to Gabriel Bortoletto. That is not good guys because we do not even have the money to do anything right now. And can we do? Yeah, we cannot even do anything. So let's see, Yuki. Well, I really want to send him a contract, but obviously we cannot do it because we do not have the money. So research has completed and we are not able to do even our task which we put on, and that is annoying guys because we do not have money. And Gabriel Bortoletto has signed with Junior Red Bull Team VCARB. Obviously they did they are doing a really amazing job, but honestly guys it is because we did not have the money to send in his contract. But this time we have the money to send in a contract to Yuki Tsunoda. Let's see what he does with it, and that is done. We have sent in the upgraded offer to him. Let's see if he accept or not. And now we do not have the money for Jack Doohan. That is annoying. Obviously look at that, we do not have the money. I tried to do it, but obviously we do not have the money and you cannot go in negative. So fan giveaway, and obviously I am only going to go with small because we do not even have the money for that. So Alpine has counter our negotiation with Jack Doohan. Guys, I really want to sign Jack Doohan, but right now we do not have the money, and the annoying part is we are not going to get any money till the next race. So this is annoying, and we obviously had put on the parts. It doesn't matter now. Let's just use Jack Crawford and let's just go into the qualifying.
It's a Saturday showdown. Anyone fancy some hot laps around Interlagos? It's qualifying day here for the Sao Paulo Grand Prix.
So obviously in the sprint race, first qualifying is sprint qualifying. So here we are into our first qualifying. And obviously, guys, I am trying to do as much as I can to find Jack Doohan now and Yuki Tsunoda. Obviously, Yuki Tsunoda, I don't know if he will accept that offer, but I really hope he does. So we can worry about that later. First of all, let's just see what he can do in the sprint race. Medium tires right now. Obviously, last time we took a penalty for Jack Doohan. Right now we haven't taken any penalty from Bakley, but still we go P3 but ended in P7, and Jack Crawford with 14, P14 in the qualifying with obviously all the new components. That's why he is fast now in Brazil GP. So we have to worry about it. Oliver Behrman, Gabriel Bortoleto and Jack Doohan also out. I do not know why Jack Doohan wants to sign with Alpine, but obviously we are not able to give him any contract. That's why it's happening. And SQ2 first lap here, and Max Verstappen has blocked that tremendously there. He blocked us there very bad. But still, guys, still a purple second sector. I don't know how that has happened, but still, race to the line. 10-5 is what we got, and we are through on that one lap. That is honestly crazy. Our teammate still ended up in P14 even in the second run. That is good. Obviously, Fernando Alonso retiring after this season, so he is also out. And Oscar Piastri, he is not having the best of the races. Now his qualifying is also getting worse because, guys, obviously Oscar Piastri, Lando Norris and Charles Leclerc are the three fighting for the championship, but Oscar Piastri does not have the pace right now, and he is also 14 points behind Charles Leclerc and 16 points behind Lando Norris. So it will be very difficult for him to do anything. But here we are using everything, guys. Purple first sector, second sector should be green, and it is green. So into technically the final corner. Let's see what we get here. Ocon is in front. Charles Leclerc is only in P7. He needs to improve as best as he can so that he can fight the McLarens and mainly Lando Norris. And it's P6. Honestly, I thought it was bad, but guys, P6 in Brazil GP is really good. We might be able to get some points here. And Max Verstappen and George Russell, both of these guys are amazing. And Lando Norris is P5. Charles Leclerc only P8. So guys, let's just go into the final sprint of this season.
Welcome to today's sprint. This is shaping up to be another fantastic weekend. Interlagos, always a very special race here in Brazil. It's a 2.7 mile circuit with 9 lefts and 6 rights for a total of 15 corners. The fastest lap today should have an average speed of around 135 miles per hour, if, of course, the weather stays dry until the end of the Grand Prix. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting sprint. World champion Max Verstappen starts from pole position, just ahead of George Russell, who starts this event from P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Antonelli, Hamilton, Lando Norris and Blakely, Ocon, Leclerc, Hülkenberg and Isaac Hadjar, Sainz, Tsunoda, Oscar Piastri and Crawford, Fernando Alonso, Gasly, Gabriel Bortoleto and Jack Doohan, Behrman, Albon, Stroll and Liam Lawson rounds off the grid. Which of these drivers will get pole position today? We'll soon find out. And striding into our commentary box to join us today, the man, the myth, the legend, Anthony Davidson. Well, they say that a change is as good as a rest, and whilst there's not much rest on show in the sprint format today, there's definitely a change to what we're usually seeing on the track. Interlagos, always one of my favourite weekends of the season. Love Brazil, adore this track.
Absolutely spot on, Crofty. I wish you could pick this circuit up and place it, copy-paste it on multiple different locations around the planet, because it is sensational to watch, sensational to drive, and for all these drivers here in Brazil, it's a great time to get stuck into this Interlagos circuit. It's an anti-clockwise track, lots of important corners to get right, and it's a track where you can make or lose an awful lot of lap time.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
Obviously guys, this time we haven't taken any penalty, nothing like that. So we will have to do something here with those medium tires. Cannot take the hard tires because we will not have anything for the race. So 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And we're going to go for the sprint race with Max Verstappen and George Russell leading the way in the final sprint of the season. Max Verstappen has taken it and we go 3 wide with Hamilton and Antonelli, and we have overtaken them, and Antonelli has been also overtaken. Well, Charles Leclerc, Hamilton and Ocon are fighting with each other, but the Ferraris have now overtaken, and Lando Norris have stayed into P5, good for him, but we are now into P3. Obviously it will be going a little bit wide there. Obviously it will be a little difficult for us to do anything more, so we can just push ourselves. Let's see what more can happen. Obviously the good thing for us is that Antonelli and Lando Norris is a second behind us, so if we keep on pushing from here, we might be able to get the DRS stretch out, and we will be, well, it will be enough for us to stay into P3. But honestly guys, 12 laps, 100% push does not work on these tires. So let's see what we can do here. And DRS now enabled at the end of lap 1. Obviously it used to be at the end of lap 2, but honestly it gives us a lot more chance to stay with the top 2 as well. And look at that guys, we are staying here. Antonelli and Lando Norris, look at that behind us, they are fighting with each other, and that we are now gaining on the top 2 because they are fighting, and we are losing touch with P4 and P5. This is good, and we have an issue. We have an issue. I don't know what it's for, but we have an issue in the car, guys. This is going to be annoying because we had just a second 2 DRS from Lando Norris and Antonelli, but this is annoying, and we do not know, and that is the problem guys. We have now seen it, and it's a yellow flag. Are we retiring? No, we are not retiring. We only have put fuel in the lean mixture, and it is Lawson who has done something. I think, no, it's Lance Stroll spins at the end of turn 1 in the Senna assist. That is annoying, and that is Lando Norris taking out Lewis Hamilton's front wing while retiring out of the race. That is crazy. Lando Norris, not only did he retire himself, he also took out Hamilton, and that means obviously Hamilton will have to pit, and Yuki Tsunoda has also retired. Yuki, look at the puff of smoke he comes out with, and that has slowed down Alonso, and that has slowed down Yuki too. And honestly guys, our teammate Crawford also was hit by that, but it doesn't matter guys, because we are in P3, and the only person behind us is Kim Antonelli, and Charles Leclerc is now 2.5 seconds behind us, and honestly he was around 5 seconds behind us, but in 2 laps he has caught up to us so much, because guys, I am going on non-ERS. I am trying to save as much ERS I can so that we can fight, and through the inside we go on Antonelli, but it wasn't to fight guys, it was just so that we can get the DRS of Antonelli. With that we can fight him on this straight using all the battery we have, catching up to Antonelli. Can we go for into turn 4 into the inside, and we have pushed a little bit to Antonelli, but that doesn't matter. We have now taken it to 3 again, but on lap 7 guys, look at that, Antonelli has been overtaken by Charles Leclerc, and he will be the one who will be mounting a charge on us. And honestly guys, it is Charles Leclerc. It's not going to be easy for us to do anything, and that is Charles Leclerc pushing us wide there, and we are now pushing Charles Leclerc wide, and we are going 3 wide with Antonelli and us. And look at that, guys, we are pushing Charles Leclerc a little bit wide, keeping him near the grass, so even a little bit mistake can slow him down. And here in the middle of the track, we have now again gained that time back, and we are now into P3 again, but we still have to go for 5 more laps. And at the end of lap 8, look at that, guys, Charles Leclerc just have the pace. He can attack us every time, and look at that, we are now sliding, and look at that, guys, the sun assist. We caught such a big slide. Honestly, that was scary. We almost spun there, but I was able to save the car, keep it on the tarmac. That is good news for us. But look at that, guys, at the end of lap 10 at the end of lap 9 starting lap 10, Charles Leclerc has now make the gap by seconds. That is annoying, but honestly, guys, he is a fast driver. There is nothing we can do. Only thing we can do is stop Antonelli from overtaking us. So that is what we are doing now. We are going on non-ERS for the whole second sector, and we are going to put all our ERS onto the main straight, but onto the last lap. Charles Leclerc is in P3, but here is George Russell and Max Verstappen fighting with each other. And look at that, through the sun, they are still going side by side. And who will get the DRS? Max Verstappen on the last lap of the sprint race gets the DRS, and he has now overtaken George Russell. That is big for him. And here we are also starting our final lap, and this is Isaac Hadjar is trying to overtake us, and obviously, guys, it is a little difficult. Look at that, we are pushing him wide there, but honestly it is little difficult to defend against these guys, because they are 2 successive DRS straight. That gets annoying with the saving of ERS, but here we go through the inside of Isaac Hadjar, and we have overtaken him very easily. And now the only goal for us is to stay in front of these guys, but Max Verstappen has stayed in front of George Russell, and he has won the sprint race again. Obviously, guys, if not for the early bad luck for him in 3 or 4 races where he DNF'd, Max Verstappen could have fought in this championship, but he wasn't able to do. Charles Leclerc goes P3, and we comes home in P4, and that was honestly by mistake, guys, but what an amazing race for us. We have done something good here. P4, that's a big haul of points for us. We are now doing some good work. Charles Leclerc gets himself the driver of the day, and that honestly makes sense. And where was Lando Norris? Well, he wasn't even in the top 14 because he DNF'd out of the race. Well, that is going to cost Lando Norris a lot, because he DNF'd out of the final 3 races of the season. And there is Charles Leclerc, who scores 7 points. No, he did score 6 points, and that is going to be difficult. Let's just go into the qualifying.
It's a Saturday showdown. Anyone fancy some hot laps around Interlagos? It's qualifying day here for the Sao Paulo Grand Prix.
So here we are in the qualifying for the main race, guys, this time, and people are doing their laps, and we are also on the new set of soft tires using that grip. Obviously, I am really loving the soft tires, guys, but well, we are loving the soft tires the whole season, but the annoyance is that I am not able to replicate this performance in the race, because obviously, guys, we do not have that car, but still we have the car enough for us to push ourselves to do something in Q3, might be able to get some more points. And let's just go race to the line using every bit of battery, and we only end up P4 behind Hülkenberg and Gasly. So I went again, but I saw, guys, that it was raining, and raining heavily, so that was a good news for us. We are through into Q2 without doing another lap, and Jack Crawford finishes in the last place, and that makes sense, guys, because he does not have any upgrades and he is in the last car. So Lewis Hamilton almost knocked out of the race, of the qualifying. That is crazy. So here we are on the inter tires. Obviously guys, if you can see, the rain is still going and we do not have that bit of a track, but look at that guys, the DRS is still enabled. I do not understand why and how it is enabled, but well, it is. So here we have fastest lap for Isaac Haja, and obviously guys, I have to do something, otherwise we are getting really bad, and the rain is forecasted to slow and stop at the end of the session. So this is more or less a banker for us, because we can at the end go on the soft tires. So let's do race to the line, and we get a 1:18.3. That is very slow than Isaac Hajar. And look at that guys, the top 4 went on to the soft tires, did not even bother to go on a set of inters. So that's why they have done enough. But still guys, at the end we can still push in the final time on a new set of soft tires, and 1:9.4 the fastest lap is for Max Verstappen. So I have to at least do 1:9.9 or 1:10.1 to get ourselves into Q3. So let's see what we can do with 7 seconds gain at the exit of the final corner. Technically the final corner, well not technically, but in the braking zone, that is the final corner, because this is, we go full flat here. 8 seconds gain for us, race to the line, and that is a 10.1 or 10.2. I do not know the time, but we have taken it. We have gone to P4, that is good, and it was 10.2 and we were 8 tenths behind. And Lando Norris, what has happened to him? Lando Norris qualifying into P12 out of Q3. Well, out of Q2, not able to participate into Q3, and I just do not understand where his pace has gone. But for us it doesn't matter because we have the pace. So Q3 guys, obviously doing our lap here. Obviously I did a banker before, and that was I think 1:3.14, so it was an amazing banker. But here we have to do something again, because look at that first sector, we have lost a 10th. Well, it is a 10th because we could have gained a little bit more time here, but into turn 6, look at that, we have gained a little bit more time, not making a mistake, because obviously you do not get much grip on a used set of tires in high speed cornering, but we have done that here into the braking. Look at that guys, 2.5 tenths gain. Can we gain around 3 to 4 tenths? That will be a good time for us, and we have gained 3 tenths. And through the braking, can we do more? 3.5 tenths? No, we are losing time. That is not good, but we have the ERS guys, we are going to use it, but still we are losing time. And now we have started to gain 3 tenths. Race to the line, let's see where we end up. We are still in 1 tenths, but still we are into P8. But guys, P8 is still very amazing, and we were 1:10.0. That is amazing improvement. And Max Verstappen went 1:8.7, 3 tenths in front of George Russell, and Charles Leclerc has been out qualified by Oscar Piastri. So guys, let's just go into the race. And yeah guys, I forgot, well it wasn't really that, I forgot to record the race, that's why this has happened. So guys, we can't really do anything about it, so we are going to see replay cam the whole race. And here we are starting the final sprint weekend race of this season. Max Verstappen take it from George Russell fighting with Piastri there, Charles Leclerc and Hamilton going side by side, and we are trying to overtake Esteban Ocon, which we have done it, and Hamilton and Charles Leclerc still going side by side with each other. That is good guys, both teammates fighting, but I think Charles Leclerc should have given that place, Hamilton should have given that place to Charles Leclerc, because obviously guys, he is fighting in a championship. And here is our start, going through the inside, overtaking Albon, and then through the inside of Ocon, and then we have overtaken him, chopping him across, and this is good thing for us. Obviously guys, honestly I am really liking this way, but I still would like interchange in between my gameplay and the replays. But here we are guys, on to lap 1, turn 6, and we have overtaken Lewis Hamilton too, because he was pushed wide a little bit by his teammate, and he still comes back, and we are here, and we have thought his attack, and we are now comfortably into P5, but still Charles Leclerc, sorry, that was Charles Leclerc, I'm really sorry guys, that was not Hamilton, that was actually Charles Leclerc, and we have overtaken Charles Leclerc, the championship leader. And here we go on to Hamilton 2, and we have overtaken Hamilton on to the start of lap 2. We got the DRS, obviously the DRS is now engaged, and here is George Russell attacking Max Verstappen, and he has overtaken Max Verstappen. And honestly guys, we know that because in the sprint race Max Verstappen was not the one who was leading, it was George Russell who was leading for almost the whole race, and still at the end Max Verstappen had the tires and he was able to overtake George Russell. That's what happened. But here we have, look at that guys, P11 for Alonso, and where is Lando Norris? Lando Norris is in last. He has taken a penalty and he is in P22, and he has not even able to overtake a single car. That is not something you want to see from the championship fighter, and that is Max Verstappen, and that is Pierre Gasly. That is Pierre Gasly who has an engine failure. What a bad place to have an engine failure. This means will we get some kind of safety car, and he is a hazard again. Just like George Russell in the USGP, he became a little bit of a hazard there. But still, on lap 9 guys, obviously nothing really happened. We tried to hold our own with Piastri, tried to keep in the DRS of him, but on lap 9 guys, the hard tires have faded away now, and we are finding it really difficult to keep up with Piastri or anyone, and that is George Russell going slow, and that is a puff of smoke from George Russell's car. What has just happened guys? George Russell from the lead guys. Oh my goodness, that must be such an heartbreak from him. He was leading the race by I think 3-4 seconds from Max Verstappen. Lap 9, he could have won that race very, very handsomely, but what an annoying thing for him. What a bad thing, but that doesn't matter now. And here we have guys Alexander Albon, who has overtaken us because obviously Williams amazing in a straight line, and we thought we can get a DRS here and try to overtake him. But look at that guys, almost 6/10 the gap from us to Albon there, and we weren't able to do anything. Look at that, I tried to do something but we were just way too far, and Charles Leclerc is in P6, and Piastri will able to get some big points here. So lap 11 guys, now Albon has stayed and has broken DRS to us, and here is Ocon tried to attack us, but we defended it very beautifully. Obviously guys, I am not going on non-ERS now. We are just trying to save a little bit ERS by only going on medium. Only then we will fight with these guys, because we need the pace and the inherent pace from this car to fight anyway. So here, look at that, Ocon tried it, but now he on lap 13, starting lap 13, will try to overtake us, and he has done it. And there is Charles Leclerc, and that is a lock of 4 Esteban Ocon. This means we can come back, and look at that guys, this is what happened to us. We got a really big understeer moment, a tank slapper plus an understeer moment for us. That's why we went onto the grass and took Ocon on the grass, so we had no control on the car. That's why we did not get any kind of penalty. That was really, really lucky for us, because if we had gotten a penalty, that would have been difficult. So lap 14 guys, obviously our strategy was to go on till lap 20 on hard tires, and then go on to mediums for a whole 60 lap. But guys, as soon as I saw in the sprint race that these cars did not go till 12 laps for us, I decided we are going on a 2-stop strategy, and we put on to a set of soft tires. Obviously guys, I tried to go on to a medium tires, but we only had one set of mediums. That's why it was really difficult, and now we come out in plumb last. But I think guys, we can do something. We can catch up to these guys. And on lap 16, other drivers are coming in. Our teammate Crawford, Bortoleto, these guys are also pitting. Stroll has pit, and that means we are into P16. Means these guys on the lower order are trying to go onto a 2-stop because 1-stop is not feasible for them to. And we have overtaken Hajar there, and on lap 20 guys, the top guys with best tire wear can take these tires till the end. And Max Verstappen, obviously he started on medium tires guys, that's why he has already pit, and he will able to jump all the other guys. Look at that, Piastri, and that is Lando Norris fighting with Oliver Behrman. Obviously I do not understand why did he not pit, but he is right now into P2, but obviously guys, he will have to pit, and that will obviously show us his real pace. And there is us on lap 22 fighting with, that is I think Lawson, and here we are. Look at that, everyone is going side by side. Alonso, Sonoda, Ocon, everyone is almost side by side already. Well, Stroll was not the one who was side by side, everyone else was there. And here we are into P, and that is 7 because Antonelli tries to attack us, but we go around the outside, but Antonelli comes back and he pushed us wide. That's why he has now taken P7. Obviously we have to pit again, these guys do not. That's why on lap 22 with 14 laps to go, I decided let's just go into the pits, let's just get rid of these medium tires, soft tires, and then we do something different. Obviously it will be a little difficult to fight in this race, but I think we can do it. And let's see the championship rivals. P2 for Piastri, Charles Leclerc is in P4, but Lando Norris is only in P16. So I think Lando Norris's charge is out now. And obviously in the last race, that will be Las Vegas guys, and that will be I think very easy for Charles Leclerc to get that win and get that championship, I think, because Piastri was way far behind, and obviously Lando Norris, who was with Charles Leclerc, is in P15, so he can't really do anything. So lap 24, all these guys are, well, they should be pitting in a lap or two, and that is Jack Doohan. Jack Doohan has spun, and he has gone into the barriers. And what is he doing? Why is he not reversing? Look at that, he is trying to go inside. No, I think he's beached. I think guys, he is beached, and he was actually disqualified guys. He was disqualified out of this race, and look at that, every single one of these drivers are into the pits. Jack Doohan obviously was disqualified, and that brought out a safety car guys. So on lap 25 there was safety car, and on lap 27 obviously the safety car has ended now, and Max Verstappen is going to go, and he has gone, and Piastri into P2, Alexander Albon into P3, and Charles Leclerc into P4, and Antonelli P5. Obviously taking it easy, no one is fighting too much, and we are into P13. And let's see, we were P16 and we got Lawson. Very amazing start, we already overtook him, and then into the braking for turn 1 we overtook Stroll there, and through the inside of Isaac Hajar, and a little bit of pinching him on the Senna assist. And now we are into P13, only 3 positions behind a point paying position into P10. Obviously Blakely has had very difficulty in getting points, but here is Alexander Albon trying to overtake Max Verstappen for P3, and he has done it. Guys, what an amazing overtake from Alexander Albon and Max Verstappen. Charles Leclerc behind him, both of them gets the DRS, but obviously none of them will attack right now. And look at that guys, we are here into P11 now. We have overtaken Hamilton and Hülkenberg into the last corner. Both of them overtakes were, and here is now Charles Leclerc, who will go side by side with Max Verstappen into the Senna assist. Look at that, still going side by side. Both of them will get the DRS, but the problem is guys, they are now a second behind Alexander Albon. That is honestly crazy, but the crazier part is that Piastri is the one who will win this race, because Alexander Albon, he does not even have the pace to stay into P3. But look at that, on lap 34 there is Charles Leclerc, who goes around the inside of Max Verstappen, still going side by side, and Max Verstappen has to give that place of P3 to Charles Leclerc, and that is what I'm saying, guys. Charles Leclerc losing way too much ground to Piastri. That means Piastri in the last race will be the one fighting for the championship. And look at that again. Charles Leclerc tries to mount an attack and they are still going side by side. Lando Norris has gotten very lucky, guys, out of this race. He is down to P6, whereas at the start he was, well, even in the middle of the race he was in P15. And there is Charles Leclerc who has overtaken Max Verstappen, but Piastri will be the one who wins the Brazil GP with Alexander Albon into P2. What an amazing race for Williams. And Charles Leclerc consolidated his position into P3, but he now has some lead to the other drivers, which is Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri. And here we are, guys. We just did not have any pace on these medium tires, which was much more used than the other guys. So in the points paying position, obviously, guys, because everything was replay, we weren't able to show you the celebration. But look at that, 10 points the gap between Charles Leclerc and Oscar Piastri, and 11 points to Lando Norris. So going into the last race, it's going to be fun. So guys, if you are enjoying these videos, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys for the next one.